Hi Virgo, welcome to your year ahead. So this is going to be your 2026 forecast. Like the video, comment. If you want to book your 2026, it is on deal at this time. If you watch later, it might have gone up, but if when you first see it, it is on a special deal because it's the start of the year. So like the video, comment. It really helps the video. Please Virgo, I'm putting energy into this, and it's also because I just want other Virgos to see it. Okay. So let's take a look and see. So what is the overall energy for Virgo? Seven of Pentacles. So this year, the Seven of Pentacles is someone who they're really focused on money and they're really focused on work. And this is also you. So we've also got a brand new deck. This is called the Philosopher's Tarot. So this is the first time I've used it for the Heelys. So again, because it's the Philosopher's Tarot, what this is saying is for you, your mind is on understanding money, making money, building a bag, planting seeds, maybe savings, all of this. So I do think that the general theme of the year is wanting to fix your money, wanting to fix your career. So the Seven of Pentacles is a person who they often work like a matrix job. The Seven of Pentacles is what every bit of money that they make, they often have to like grind for. So another focus this year could be, how can I get out of this? Like, how can I stop working these like 9-to-5ers, or how can I stop, working these type of jobs? And I think the reason for that is because when we do work those type of jobs, you've just got no freedom. All your time is going into work. Now, there's plenty of people out here who they work a 9-to-5, they work long hours, they love what they do. We're not talking about those people. We're talking about the people who go to jobs, they're barely making ends meet, they're bitter, they're angry, naturally so, because nobody just wants to work and that's it, right? So some years it's really about, how can I get out of the 9-to-5? How can I start to really build a career on my terms, build money on my terms? For some of you, Virgo, you just like to work. So I think the energy this year is, I want to build the bag, I want to invest in properties, you've already got money, work is not a chore, you like what you do. Okay, so what is something that Virgo needs to be aware of in 2026? People around you, okay? It could also be if you work in real estate, because that came up really, really strongly. I do think there's going to be big changes, and so this can also be if it is that you're in property or investment or Airbnb, I feel like there might be changes this year and they could affect your money. This could be if you're a landlord, the kind of people who are coming into your property are not the best people, okay? So for those who are in kind of Airbnb, investment, stuff like that, there could be some challenges this year and you're going to have to work hard to mitigate them. For Virgo in general, the Four of Wands reversed is maybe you're working in an environment, and we've just talked about this, we touched on it, where basically it is those type of people and you don't want to work there, you don't want to go to a job full of toxic backbiters. So basically you're figuring out, how can I get a job where I love what I do and the energy is good and the people are awesome, because where you're currently working is not the best. It can also be a home. The Saturn and Aries got a similar one, and you can watch your other signs, but it can be where we're being forced to be in places that we don't want to be in. So we live at home with our mum or dad, we go to a job, but we don't really want to be there. So this is where you have to put your head down and put the work in, put the slog in, work the 2 jobs, work the 3 jobs, so you can basically get out the situation. Okay, what are the external factors for Virgo this year? So this can be people who are unwilling to change. So the Death card reversed is being around people who are kind of stuck in ruts, but they're not willing to change. I just want to clarify this death card. Clarify this death card for me. Yeah, Queen of Wands reversed. It could also be someone around you who you can't really get rid of your life, and so out of your life, so that could be an external factor as well. Maybe it's someone who's refusing to leave your life. Maybe it's someone who you can't leave your job right now, and like this person is in the job. But it seems like you have a particular energy or person around you, and this problem is external. This person is external, but they're a problem. Okay, so what are the blessings for, okay, the Four of Pentacles, protecting yourself? I feel like this could be, if you're living at home, this could be a mum. It could be your mum, or it could be a landlord or something like that. But I feel like this person is not a nice person. They're just bad energy, they're full of drama, they make problems. The message for Virgos this year is protecting yourself, removing yourself from environments, jobs, and communities of people where the people are stagnant, stuck, unwilling to change, and just nasty. Queen of Wands is nasty. So the Queen of Wands reversed is someone who's like jealous. This person could create problems for you because they're jealous, right? What can't be changed about 2026 for Virgo? Ten of Pentacles. So this can be people, I feel like the Ten of Pentacles is like people who are stuck in the status quo. So this is not people who are liberal, this is more people who are conservative, right? So I feel like these type of people are reluctant to change, they don't like new ideas, they're stuck in their ways. Some of you could have problems within your family. You know, the Queen of Wands reverse can just be somebody as well who's not active. So maybe you've got someone in your family and this person's not well, and maybe what can't be changed is you're not going to desert this person. This is your family member, you love this person, you're going to look after this person. So it could just be that. But the Ten of Pentacles is, this can also be changes that people are making. What can't be, in other words, other people have the power. If you work for a company, you can't dictate because you're not the boss. If you live in someone else's house, it's their rules, not yours, right? So that's why there's a strong message for Virgo around independence. It's around, if you want to really live on your terms and dictate on your terms, then you have to get to work, you have to put your head down, you have to build yourself, no complaining, no wasting energy trying to change the obvious, right? Okay, so let's look at your health. Tell me about Virgo's health in 2026. Really? So that's you coming up reverse. So some of you are in some kind of environment or in some kind of job, and the King of Pentacles reversed is it's not good for your stability. It's probably not good for your health, right? Because King of Pentacles, this upright would be someone who's strong, they're investing in their health, etc. But this, really not good. So it also is important. Some of you, that's what I'm getting, the job you're in is breaking your back. It's non-stop. So some of you, or it's some kind of environment that you're in. And I feel like the environment is very, very toxic for you, right? So be careful with breaking your health this year, okay? It's kind of where you justify, you say to yourself, you know, I really need the money, I've just got to tolerate, I've just got to put up with it. Maybe for now, but then you need to sit down and try to execute and get a smart plan and think about, if I keep doing this, if I try to sustain this, what's the likely outcome going to be? That's what intelligence is, right? It's going to the end and working backwards. Okay, what about love for Virgo, please? Some of you, I feel like you're not focused on love. The Eight of Swords reversed would be like your mind is just not on that. You're not really obsessing over love. For a lot of years this year, some of you someone externally is bringing problems in some way. And I want to be careful with what I say because it's going to be different for everyone. But I feel like this is a person who, they're just causing problems in your life in some way. Like I said, it could be a mother, it could be a family member, it could be the place you're living in. It could be a job where this person is just micromanaging and toxic and stuff like that. For the Virgo man, it could be an ex-wife and she's trying to rinse you. It could also be that she's moved on, you've moved on, but she's still trying to cause problems, because the Death card reverse can be someone who just won't let it go. Right? This person just won't let it go. Okay. How can Virgo best navigate 2026? Page of Cups, reversed. So I feel like there is people you definitely should avoid this year. Don't be too nice, don't be too friendly. I'm also getting, for some of you Virgo men, being single is a better option for you this year, unless something really good comes along. I feel like some of you might have been, you know, dating too much, messing around too much, not taking care of business, and now you could be either jobless or you could be having money problems, or maybe the theme of the year is you need to just focus on bag and putting your head down and working hard. If you're a younger Virgo, focus on your studies, get serious. Because I feel like how you should navigate it is, this is pointless flirtations, distractions. It's not really bringing nothing good to your life. Okay, what about career, please, for Virgo? King of Cups. So what I'll say here with your career is, some of you Virgo women, you're staying in a job for a man. For the Virgo man, you're this. So you're kind of complaining. You're not happy. But the King of Cups is someone who's in a comfort zone. So they're being passive, right? And you can see it here. I feel like some of you are like, just trying to get through the day, or where you are is so heavy that by the time you finish the day you're just so tired that you haven't got the energy to try to change it. You know, it's like I just, so you're kind of stuck in a perpetual cycle, a perpetual and some of you are just kind of stuck in a comfort zone. King of Cups is just like, you're comfortable with the people, you're comfortable with the job. It's better the devil you know than the devil you don't. I feel like some of you Virgo women, you might be staying at a job because some of you are dealing with someone who's married. Because I heard that specifically. So what can't be changed is the Ten of Pentacles. This is a person who's already married. And then the Seven of Pentacles is also someone who's waiting. You know? There could also be this year like a lot of gossip, a lot of disharmony, you know, because if people get wind, that, you know, there can be a lot of that, right? Okay, so I want to focus a bit more on the Virgo woman because the Virgo man is coming up really strongly. Yeah, the Hierophant reversed. I feel like for some of you Virgo women, you're definitely pursuing somebody who's married already. I think for some of you Virgo women, you need to build your own independence because you're the person who's married. But it's just not the kind of marriage you want to be in. Some of you, if you've got Aries in your chart or you're dealing with an Aries, you might want to go and check that read because we just said similar for them. Okay. Clarify the Seven of Pentacles for the theme of the year, please. Two of Wands. So you've got a decision to make. This year can be similar to 2025. You stay in the same job, you do the same pattern, you do the same thing. Two of Swords. You keep going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Some of you are going to be definitely dealing with, some of you might be dealing with a foreigner, so you might be dealing with someone who's in a different country. So maybe you've got a long distance relationship. Some of you have got a situationship, but it's all that back and forth. It's messy. I think it also, you know, when you simplify your life, things get very simple. Right? When you say, you know what, I'm not going to try and do everything in a year. I'm going to focus on this. Some years, love is more important. You focus on that. Some years, bag is more important. Career is, you focus on that. You know? So, some years it's to do with kind of the difference between your comfort zone and actually building some really good stuff for yourself. I would also say another message that just came through was for Virgo men or Virgo women that before 2020, we'll say, connect the dots, you was quite an established person. So you might have had multiple properties, multiple money, you was in a good place. I feel like you've really been rinsed. You might have lost multiple investments, you might have lost jobs, you know, and maybe that's put you into a bit of a depression. Maybe it's put you into a passive state, because if we fight really hard to achieve something and then we're betrayed by it or we lose it, maybe we won't go out there again. So some of you need to get back on your feet. Some of you need to remember you did it before and you can do it again. Maybe it'll be different this time, but you can do it again. Virgo are powerhouses, they're smart, they're just intelligent. I think sometimes with Virgo, and I know this being a Gemini, because we see through people, the world is so hard to deal with. But I would take no prisoners this year. Don't be nice to fake people. Don't. I feel like there's a strong message here with that Page of Cups to not be too nice this year. Be professional, be respectful, but don't be too nice. You know, same as the Virgo woman. I feel like you've got a man who he's just wasting your time, or he just is going to waste your time. Like, so I would say the theme of the year for Virgo is, what are you investing in and why? And what you're investing in is either going to build good stuff or it's not. It's either just going to be wasting energy, clinging on to things, burnout, and I feel like there's a strong message for the Virgo man around recreating yourself. So maybe you was successful before, but times have changed. Let me just fix this. I'm sorry, I have to do it because I just hate like frizzy hair. But it's not that you can't be successful this time, it's that being successful will demand a different approach. Don't be complacent, don't be cocky, don't try to build success like before, because it's a different time. You need to upgrade yourself. I heard some of you need to humble yourself. So this could be, for example, going back and working for someone else. It could be taking a job. It could be by humbling yourself. I feel like that's how you recreate yourself and actually get back to your best, if not better. Whereas holding on to dead ends or keeping up appearances can lead to severe damage. You know? Okay, and we are going to finish with the blessings for Virgo this year. So what are the blessings for Virgo in 2026? Ten of Cups reversed. Okay, the other side of the coin is enemies are great. They're great. You won enemies because you know what enemies do for you? They wake you up, they shake you up, and they make you go out there and do what you need to do to win. So Strength card reversed is you don't want to be controlled. Strength card reversed is frustration, right? Stagnation. You know, sometimes we've let ourselves go. We've become an absolute mess. We look in the mirror. We don't like ourselves. And you know what? That's the thing that makes you say, fuck this, no, and you do the work. You know? So the point I'm making is people who maybe tell you can't do things, or maybe people who cause challenges for you, or whatever. right? There's a message here which is you can let it destroy you, or you can use it. You can say, okay. You know? You can also look at people around you, because people can be a good example of when you choose weakness, when you don't do the work, what'll happen. You know, disgust is a catalyst for great things, right? Of ourselves and of other people. It really is. You know, if someone looks at a fat person and they're like kind of disgusted by it, some people say that's bad, but it isn't. Because it's looking at that person who's fat and thinking, fuck that, I'm fat right now. I'm a chunk, you know, I've got big boobs, that's good, you know, there's always wins to everyone, you know. But yeah, you know, and it's also being honest. It's like, I'm fat, I've let stuff go, I need to stop complaining, I need to put the work in. That's it. You know? It's being honest with yourself. If your ego's got out of control, it's you know, some of you are going to get to the point where it's just like people in your life, like, you're just done. You're done. You're done. And I think enemies are going to move against you in 2026, and it may be painful in the moment, but you'll get the win later. Like, there's been plenty of times in my life where people have done things to me, and in the time I've been really angry and frustrated, but because I was coming from the right place, I've landed on my feet. They did me a great favour. You know, so friends and enemies can be helpful, and this is also with yourself, you know, the enemy within yourself that tries to destroy you, keep you small, tell you you're not, and make you give up on yourself. It's where you look in the mirror at yourself and you say, no, don't think so. Don't think so. Okay, so 2026 is really about putting your head down, working hard, making sure you're working hard in the right direction. It's about kind of really being careful with your company. It's about using that sharp mind, and some of you are going to have to leave certain people behind or a certain job behind, because what this is going to do is getting out this comfort zone is really what's going to build you. It's going to make you go to the next level. For some of you, you're living in a place, and I feel like this place is absolutely poison, or it can be where you're having to rely on people for money, or rely on people for, you know, a place to stay, but they capitalise on it, right? It's not free. It comes at a cost to your mental health and your well-being. So some of you are leaving marriages, you're leaving jobs, well, that's the advice. You know, if you choose your comfort zone and you don't change, then you need to accept the dynamics of your life. You need to accept you've made the choice to be submissive, and so someone else is going to be in the driving seat. You've made the choice to go to a job that's killing you. You've made the choice to settle. You know. So hopefully this was helpful. Like the video, comment if you want to book a read. It's below. The 2026 is on deal. I'll speak to you soon.